Okay, welcome back to Pokemon Violet. Am I in focus? Yeah, looks like I am. Okay, welcome back. Real quick, this is kind of aside from what we actually need for the run, but I just want to show y'all what I've spent the last few hours working on. Because as we figured out in the last stream, there are very few ways to gain access to citrus berries in-game. The best options are 3-star raid battles and repeating the gym test from the gym that we just beat at the end of last stream. So, real quick, I just want to show you what I've been doing over and over again for the last several hours to get like 12 citrus berries. Admittedly, it is a bit more like fruitful than dealing with raid dens to try and get them, because when you're going there, you don't even know if the raid that you're going towards even has a possibility of dropping the item you want. But, it's a whole thing. Luckily, I haven't had my headphones on for most of it, so at least I haven't come to hate the song yet. Yeah, this was a long time, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that I was doing this for 3 hours before I got a single thing where it gave me citrus berries as the reward. Because what it does is gives you 3 of one particular kind of berry from a specific list, and the list that it draws from depends on what difficulty you put it on. The difficulty that you put it on also influences how fast you have to put your inputs in. So like there, I got wiki berries. So just as a reference here, if we go over to our berries, the options for this one are Lepa, Lum, Figgy, Wiki, Mago, Agwav, and Iakopa. So, PP Restoration, all status conditions, citrus, and then all of the different pinch berries. And it's a decent reference on this to realize that most of these pinch berries I didn't have any of prior to this, with the exception of maybe Figi and Mago berries. And I had very few Lepa berries. I had a good number of Lum. But what that boils down to is that I got several times, for most of these, I got several times as many for each of these different berries as what I got for citrus, because I already had 4 when I started. I've gotten citrus drops 4 times in the last, 4 hours. I did eventually get to this point, though, and I decided to shake it up and start doing vigorous training, because that gets the stat boosting pinch berries. All Out also gives the stat boosting pinch berries, so let's show that one. This is actually a useful resource. This really looks like just about the only gym test that's worth revisiting after you've done it, because it does actually have useful drops. And thankfully, the rewards are at least, or the minigame is at least decently easy. So even here on the fastest speed, it's pretty doable. So it's just repeated quick time events. I will say, I think they get both longer and faster. Like, faster timer and longer run as you go up in difficulty. Because you'll see here, we do a lot more than we did for the easier challenge. I think it's like 20 inputs for the easier one. Yeah, give me a sec here. I do actually have to pay attention when it's going at this speed. Luckily, the only difference in items between vigorous and aggressive difficulty is a single berry. So with aggressive difficulty, you always get a Landsat berry, which gives you a critical hit buff when you're in a pinch. And then you get something from the vigorous training list. And so those ones are the stat boosting pinch berries. So I managed to pick up a few of each kind. Of course, defense and special defense are pretty much universally useless. Because if you're already at low health, that extra little bit of defense or special defense probably won't make a difference. Yep. But Lechi Berry, Salac, and Pattaya are all potentially useful. I don't imagine us having a scenario where we would actually make use of Landsat berries. Crit-based strats just aren't really favorable in my opinion. So yeah, I just wanted to show you all that, to show off what exactly I've been doing in between streams. So yeah, if y'all remember, last time we beat the Lavincia, or the Alfornata gym leader. And that means that our next... What's huge and popular? I'm so confused. I don't know what these are. Are these giant kilns? Can you guys tell me what you're freaking out about? Tableware. I guess that's why they had Sinistea in this area. Yeah, so anyway. Let's make sure that the team is fully healed up. I think they are, but we'll double check. Anyway. Our upcoming gym battle. Our upcoming level cap is the 8th gym battle. And I'm going to make sure that I can actually see what's going on. So let's see here. It's the Glaciato Mountain Gym. Which I don't think has any gym trainers. Yeah, it looks like the only thing we have to worry about is Grusha. So luckily, we shouldn't have too much to worry about as far as preparation. We might head to North Province Area 2 or 3, whichever one's at the very top. This one, North Province Area 3. We might head up here, track down some trainers, just to get the item reward from up there. I'll double check what it is. Might be useful. We don't have too much else we'll need to do to prepare for that. I did go out and track down a couple of extra items, including a couple of TMs. Probably the most notable one is the TM for Ironhead, which I've added somewhere in here. And I don't remember if I already had body press prior to this. So we have a few possibilities with this gym. Yeah, so Ironhead will probably get taught to Sparta, because that'll give us a 100% accurate move. No, never mind. Oh, yeah. On the off chance we have to bring in Sparta against Grusha's lead. That's pretty much it. But we'll see. Now, the Iron Defense TM, on the other hand, is actually pretty pivotal to what I'm thinking for our late game strategy. Because I'm thinking this might actually be a good scenario for setting up a body press sweep with Bolt Phelps. We have a few Pokemon that can attempt it. I think Bolt Phelps will have the easiest time getting set up against Grusha's team. Either against Satitan or Beartic. Shouldn't really matter which, because neither of them have a great move set into it. Beartic has Earthquake, but that's about it. So anyway, I think we'll start off by handling the gym test. So yeah, the big threats on Grusha's team are definitely his special attackers, his Altaria and his Frostmoth. Frostmoth just has disgusting overall special attack. Meanwhile, Altaria has really solid coverage. And just generally high damage output. Not as high as Frostmoth, but really good coverage with some high damaging moves. It's a bit scary there. hang on. For a second there, I thought that was a shiny Sneasel, but no, shiny Sneasel is not white. That is just a Cubchoo. Hello. Hi, little gimme coin. Oh, there's an item here. So now, with all of this said, I know that Nemona is not going to battle us right before this, because the next Nemona fight is the last Nemona fight. So yeah, we've still got a nice utility-focused tandem house. North and South is still running the pretty much what has become the standard move set for them. And there's really no reason to shake that up here, especially because in the gym battle they're probably going to be packing Assault Vest. Luckily, we should pretty easily outspeed Beartic, especially with our plus speed nature. So we'll be Volt switching. So the current plan that I'm rolling with is just to lead Assault Vest North and South. Take down Frostmoth, which will bait in Beartic, and I can Volt switch out. Now we could shake that up a couple of different ways, but I'll make those calls once we're actually at the point of challenging the gym leader. So yeah, we've got two Pokemon that could pretty reasonably sweep this, but I'd prefer to finish it with Bolt Phelps, since the odds of us outspeeding Altaria aren't great, and if we don't outspeed, then we can get hit by super effective Hurricane, which has that 30% chance to confuse, and it's a whole thing. So I'd rather lead with the one who can learn, whatchamacallit. I'd rather lead with the one that can learn Trick Room. So let's see here. Iron Defense. Oh, jeez. Okay, give me a sec here. That's my capture card deciding that it doesn't want to do its job. Can y'all still hear me? It looks like you can. Okay, give me a sec. I'll be right back from under the desk. Wait, it might be loading. No, I'm gonna fiddle with it. Okay, plugged it back in. shut that off. And crank it back up. There we go. There it is. That's annoying. But yeah. If we go ahead and teach Iron Defense, Body Press, and I think we actually have to make a TM for Trick Room. Might go ahead and do our grinding before taking on the gym. Or before taking on the gym test. Oh, hang on. What does it actually take to make a Trick Room TM? I thought I gathered all these materials. Oh, bronze ore. Yeah, that's easy enough. Alright. Let's see. I think the easiest access to ruins, which are the best place to find bronze ore, is going to be right up here. So the positive for this fight, the big positive, is that our strategies are not weather dependent. Yeah, I think there should be some bronze ore spawning here. Yep. Oh wow, I've literally never battled a bronze ore before. Excuse me, bronze ore, but could you actually... Why are you not low enough? That's rude. There we go. That should be plenty of bronze ore fragments. We'll warp on up to the North Province Area 3 Pokemon Center. And I'm gonna double check what this person gives. Area 3 items. TM 159. What is that? Leaf Storm. I don't think we have a single teammate that can learn that. So we might not even bother here. Might just take a minute, maybe look into the Pokédex, see what Pokemon we need to get materials from. Yeah. No, I really don't think there's any point in doing these trainer battles if we're not going to get a useful TM for it, so... let's take a look at the Pokédex, which I have literally never opened. Also, we can receive some rewards. Wow. Oh yeah, because that's how many Pokemon we've caught, and, well, we haven't caught many. Just skimming through here, seeing if there are any of these that I don't think we've gotten. Oh, this is a funny story. The reason we've got a drowsy entry is because at one point while I was doing grinding, I was mashing the buttons to get through the end of a raid and I accidentally caught it. I released it immediately. There's just so much button mashing during grinding. Maybe slack off materials. I don't know if we've got many of those. Maybe Crabrawler, that could be useful. And Salandit, I don't know if we've ever gotten its materials. Basculin. We definitely haven't gotten any Basculin materials. I feel like I know somewhere that we can get Basculin materials, but I can't think where. I think we've got a couple of Torkoal materials. I don't know. It's tricky. I might just not bother. I think I'm a little bit too lazy today to actually go and try and collect materials from all of the stuff that we don't have any from. Oh, yeah, that one. Aw, Heracross. And Hippowdon. Yeah, there are actually a pretty high number of Pokemon that we have no materials from. So unless we actually wind up needing them, I think we'll not worry about it. Aw, look at Arctibax. It's so cute. So yeah. The thing is, I really don't think that we need anything else for... I don't think we need anything else as far as preparations go. The level cap is, I believe, only 48. I'll double check that. Yeah, the level cap is only 48, so there's really not much point in... like, we don't need to train up. Whatchamacallit, Devin Corney. Our dragon type Pokemon. Oh. I didn't mean to set up a picnic anyway. Dreepy. There's not much need to train up Dreepy until our level cap is 50 or higher, which won't happen until just after this gym. Let's take a look here. North and South. Let's actually just get the team organized for the gym battle. North and South, you can have the Assault Vest. And we'll teach you a 4th attacking move just for the heck of it. Mimi, you're probably fine with the wide lens. Since there's really not much difference between Shadow Claw and Play Rough, except that Play Rough has a little bit more power and a slight 1% shortage on accuracy, I'm gonna go ahead and replace Shadow Claw with Will-O-Wisp. Because we could find a situation where that actually matters. I've never taught you Trick Room before, have I? No. There is technically Curse that could also work, but I think Iron Defense is a bit faster. Especially since we don't need the attack boost and we're already underspeeding literally everything on Grusha's team. I'm actually considering a slightly adjusted strategy. Which would put all of our plans on... It would put our whole plan to relying on Bolt Phelps setting up iron defenses against Satitan. Which is a little bit better, I think, than setting up against Beartic, since Beartic has neutral earthquakes. Whereas everything in Satitan's moveset is resisted. It's just got Ice Spinner, Liquidation, and Ice Shard. Double checking what Ice Spinner does. Okay, it just destroys terrain. No other secondary effects. I mean, it's a strong move. It's 80 base power, but... Yeah, it's an 80 base power stab, but it is just for destroying terrain. Yeah, and luckily we're neutral to everything Altaria is carrying except its Terra Ice Beam, where the Terastallization and the Resistance will cancel each other out, but that's fine. Use TM to learn. Where is Trick Room? Oh, I never made that TM. I got the materials for it and then proceeded to not make it. You know, it's lucky that LP are really easy to come by in this game. So it would be a pain if I actually had to worry about farming those two. So yeah, pretty straightforward tactic. We set up iron defenses using slack off and leftovers to keep healthy. We are subject to crits, which is the downside to not using Sparta for the setup. But Sparta will be filling a different role. Sparta is going to be carrying an air balloon. Tom and Jerry, congratulations. This time, you can carry a citrus berry. Same for you, Chain Chomp. I've got enough citrus berries for both of you. Hopefully for the remainder of the run, though, best case scenario, we only wind up using these three. So I think we're just going to keep it nice and simple here. We send in North and South, have it take down the Frostmoth since we resist everything that thing is carrying. If it sets up Tailwind, then we won't outspeed the Beartic, which would mean a hard switch into Sparta. If it doesn't have Tailwind up, then we will outspeed, and we can Volt Switch into Sparta. Sparta takes out the Beartic pretty easily, all things considered. We can even terastalize to guarantee that, because we won't be terastalizing anything else. That's pretty much it. Then Bolt and Phelps will set up. Once we take out the Beartic, we can hard switch into Bolt Phelps. On whatever Satitan chooses to use. And start setting up for when Altaria comes in. As long as we've got a couple of iron defense boosts and Trick Room up, we really shouldn't have anything to worry about with Altaria. Yeah, I really don't see much going wrong. The only really worrisome thing in this strategy is if Frostmoth somehow manages to freeze with Blizzard. If that happens, I think our best bet might just be bringing in someone else. Hang on, let's see here. Can you learn any useful TMs against Frostmoth? No, but you can remember. We could encore it into something. And you can remember Aerial Ace. Oh, and I should probably fiddle with Chain Chomp's moveset. Yeah, if for whatever reason things go south against a Titan in the in the setup portion, which I really don't see happening because it would take like a lot of consecutive crits. We could hypothetically bring in Mimi to get off a burn. And Mimi, do you have anything that would actually be useful against... No. I don't have anything that would be useful against Frostmoth on Mimi. It's a bit of an emergency alternative. We will go ahead and teach Rock Slide in place of Substitute, because we don't really need Substitute for this scenario. Okay, and now we'll get our candies and start leveling our team. Okay, let's go. So yeah, I don't think there are any gym trainers involved in this gym test. Oh. I guess one more thing. There's just really no reason to carry extra coverage. Hold up. There is one thing that I want to do a little bit differently here. Where's our... Are we out of Swords Dance TMs? What did I do with our Swords Dance? Oh wait, I taught it to mimic you. Hang on, rather than looking into what we could use to... what materials we need for it. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have... Doesn't look like we have one that's easily accessible. You know what? I'm just not going to bother. Also, my phone is buzzing like crazy. Hold up. think it was just my sister reacting to some memes that I sent her. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. I wouldn't mind a Swords Dance TM for Sparta just so I have the option to mix it up, but I don't think we urgently need it. I think Bulk Up will do just as well. Now, with all that said, yep, let's go in. Hi, Nimona. Yeah, this is apparently one of the tests that you can actually retake. There's not really much point in... Oh, up there. Yeah, there's not really much point in doing so, since the items that you get from it can pretty easily be obtained by other means that are simpler. So yeah, we literally sled. That is the gym challenge. That is the gym test here. It's not that hard. Anyway, I wanted to pick up that random item by the trail. I don't know why my character is freaking out about being cold. Like, I've got him in the winter uniform. So yeah, we could edge toward the level cap, but I really don't think we need to. So, just double checking items. Yeah, we're good to go. I wonder why there's like a play area in the lobby of each gym. Like, do a lot of people with children visit? What is actually accomplished by the gym? Hi, are you Grusha? You're rounder than I expected. In the best possible way. Okay, I mean, look at Satotl, though. It's adorable. Yeah, probably best to get the Citadel off the battlefield. For the record, the reason that we're setting up body press instead of Calm Mind Flamethrower is because we're setting up against a physical attacker instead of a special attacker. Okay, with all of that said, Flash Cannon. It's a clean one-shot. We're safe to Volt Switch out. They didn't get... they didn't get a Tailwind up. We're baiting Earthquake. So Sparta should switch in completely free here. Dodging Earthquake with its air balloon. And just to be safe on the KO. I don't really think there's a question, but there's not really a reason not to Terastallize other than just to save having to watch the animation. But I mean, the animation is pretty nice. I am fond of Phalanx's Terastallization. So next comes into Titan. Titan's Cry. And now we bring in Bolt Phelps. So that is its most damaging move, and it's only doing about 23. Yeah, we're even under speeding the Titan. That's how you know it's bad. Also, I really like this battle happening under the night sky. There's something just very satisfying about a snowy mountain at night. We get set up to +6, use Slack off until we're at full HP. Then set up Trick Room and plow through the remaining Pokemon. Luckily, he's not going for Liquidation, which does have a chance to drop our defense, because that would involve more Iron defenses, potentially. Okay, we have now quadrupled our already high defense. Even a critical hit here isn't too much to worry about. We can still get back to max after a slack off. Trick Room. I'm actually excited that we get to use Trick Room. It's a bit of an underused strategy outside of doubles. Oh, look at that. The sun is just coming up. We're going to get a sunrise just as we win the battle. Because, yeah, there's no situation where we lose this here anymore. The only way that we could lose this is if he didn't Terastallize. And even then we might one-shot with just how high our defense is. Alright, Grusha, go ahead and terrestrialize your fluffy dragon into an ice type. Just to make it vulnerable to our fighting type move. You only had one attack on us, and you made yourself vulnerable to it. Oh, and look at that sunrise coming up. Really nice timing for that. Okay, real quick, I just noticed something. We got one person back here on the right, and her twin over here on the left. They are identical, down to the clothes and the glasses that they are wearing. Come on, seriously, Pokemon? You couldn't have found a way to prevent that? Dude's got a cool scarf, I will admit that. Bye, Satotl. Go and be happy, you little round angel. We're really approaching the end game. So, let's talk what's up next. Now that we've beaten the Ice-type gym, we have the Fairy Star base in North Province Area 3, the Fighting Star base in North Province Area 2, and the False Dragon Titan. And that will be the remainder of the badges. There is actually a very real chance that we could get through all of that today. I guess we'll heal up. And I will pull up Team Star's information on Bulbapedia. Okay, Ortega. And I believe this is Rookba Squad or something. Okay, and it looks like the battle to get into the base is against Pokemon Trainer Harrington. You know what? I'm going to go do something that I've been considering doing for a while, but just haven't gotten around to. We're gonna zip on over to Koskarafa. screens. Oh, you know, I am a bit sore today. So my brother and I both did wrestling back in high school. Absolute blast. And so when we get together, there's always a good chance that it will end in wrestling. You know, a couple of these are actually potentially decent, but while Mirror Herb could let me take advantage of an opponent setting up, I'd rather just not let them set up. I don't think many opponents in this game actually use setup strats. White Herb could have potential. We don't have any Shell Smashers or anything. So, anyway, what I was saying... is that I saw my brother last night over at my parents' house, and it devolved into a wrestling match. The trouble is, we're both pretty out of shape, and as a result, I am quite sore. Okay, there. We've got two sets of leftovers now. That will simplify things trying to deal with which of our bulky setup Pokemon carries the leftovers. And I can't quite remember what was in this Delibird gift, so I'm going to see if there's anything unlocked here that we could use right now. Or in the nearest future. Scope Lens could hypothetically come into play, but I don't think it's really that necessary. Yeah. Once we hit the Elite Four, we might consider grabbing heavy-duty boots, since they are a good item to have, and I think a couple of Elite Four members run entry hazard strats on their teams. We'll see. We do have Tom and Jerry, who's able to clear hazards with Tidy Up. North and South, you can have that Rocky Helmet back. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and deal with the trainer out in front of Rookba Squad's base. Luckily... Oh, hang on. Let's fix move pools. Let's fix move sets. Alright. Yeah, this person only has a Morgrim and a Hatchrim. Both should be pretty easy in the grand scheme of things for North and South to deal with. I will put Shadow Claw back on Mimi. Okay, I actually want to point something out here before I spam through the rest of this conversation. One thing I've noticed as we go on in the story is that the first couple of bases have 2 guards out front. Consistently. But then the last few bases, it's down to 1 guard. And I actually think that that's kind of meant to be an indication, if you're going in order, that Team Star is starting to fall apart as we start taking out bases. They're starting to get short-handed even with the people that they still have in their bases. I guess. I love how he doesn't even say what the last few people did, which was like, oh, you are the Team Star grunt, you should run into the base and warn them that someone's here to raid. I'll hold him off. Try and drive him back and all that. He doesn't even say that. He's just like, hey, you want to battle? Not for any real reason, just, do you want to battle? Ooh, that was an impressive amount of damage. I mean, I knew it had a neutral attack against me, but I didn't think it would do that much, to be honest. That said, the next one really isn't an issue, although it is pure Psychic as opposed to Psychic Fairy, meaning Flash Cannon won't be super effective. I think I'll go ahead and Volt Switch into something that can... something that's at full health. Preferably something that can hit it super effectively. Yeah, Mimi seems like the right option here. It's standing on its hair. Like, that is a tiny little Pokemon with big hair and a big hat. Look at that. It's not touching the ground. You think your hair has volume? You are clearly outmatched. Hi, Cassiopeia. Oh, there's a Floette. I thought there was a Pokemon that noticed me from the other side of the gate. Oh my gosh, the number of Pokemon here. It's lagging so hard. Okay, well, anyway. We'll drop a quick heal. I wish we got choice specs before the post game here, but I don't think we do. I'm gonna double check that. But I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it's just Mesagosa. From the Delibird gift. I mean, we can always check and see if they've got it in there. It's only 100,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure that's post-game only. Because choice specs could actually make this really easy. If we just found a time to bring in whatchamacallit, North and South. Okay, but it does look like his ace is... Oh. His dash button. And then, of course, he's got a Rukpa Starmobile, which does set up misty terrain. That's probably the most frightening thing about this battle. Alright, where's Delibird Gifts? Is it over here? Yes, I remembered it. Imagine a creature that actually had a claw that did a loop like that. That would just be so uncomfortable. Also, am I the only one who thinks that the Razor Claw actually looks less sharp and more blocky? Like, it looks just really wide and rectangular to me. Maybe that's just me. Oh! Okay, we don't have access to specs, but we do have access to Choice Scarf. I'm not even gonna question this. I'm taking one. We can afford it, and I want it. Okay. I need to pull up one other thing. Oh wait, I've got a better way of approaching this. So, the Rukpa Starmobile is probably the biggest threat. I don't really see any issue with us trying to take out the rest. So, Magical Torque has a 30% chance to confuse. That's annoying. We'll want to try to find ways to dodge it. Now, as far as base stats go, okay. High HP, like all of them have, and high speed. The highest base speed of any Starmobile. by 1 point. And then it looks like physical defense is the strong point, so we'll want to find a way to hit its special side. Meanwhile, it has better physical attack than special attack. Now, what does Steel Roller do? Oh, it removes terrain. So they've got a powerful Steel-type move, and if they use it, it removes terrain. Remind me what Spin Out does again. Lowers the user's speed by 2 stages. Yeah, see, walling that thing isn't really the issue. Its Steel-type moves are walled by a good chunk of the team, because Steel isn't a great offensive type. Its Fairy-type moves are walled by at least 1 Pokemon on the team. I think the big challenge in this battle is going to be making sure that we don't put too much strain on North and South. Because everything on the team, North and South could kill. It's just a matter of how much we actually want North and South to handle solo. I mean, if we're talking about potential setup opportunities, I think Wigglytuff is probably the easiest one to set up against, but even then, I don't know if that's the best idea. We could probably set up Chain Chomp against it. A couple of nasty plots and then an agility would more than likely be enough to break through the remainder of the team. But it may just be easier to chunk through this one Pokemon at a time. One thing I do want to take care of real quick. This is only temporary, I need Devin Corny out of the box for this. Let's go ahead and crank up Devin Corny's level. That was 11 levels right there. There we go. Finally, we are at a point where Dev and Corny is vaguely usable, though admittedly terrible into this particular challenge. The only reason we would want to use Dev and Corny is to bait a fairy type move to give North and South a bit easier switch in. That and maybe a fast U-turn. Okay, but real quick. That is such a massive improvement in stats. I mean, take a look at that stat. That is one of the fastest Pokemon on our team now. I think that might be the fastest Pokemon on our team. It's outspeeding Tandemouse, or Mousehold. Admittedly, Mousehold does not have a speed boosting nature. It would pull ahead if we gave it one. Like, these stats are, other than bulk, these stats are on par with Mousehold. Oh my gosh, and look at all the moves that it gets access to. Dragon Dance. U-turn. Phantom Force. Ugh. That's a very, very real improvement. There's even a small chance that we actually use that thing in this battle just for pivoting to bait in certain moves. With that said, I actually want to just think through this for a moment here. Okay. Azumarill should be an easy one-shot with Thunderbolt. We've got massive power. Yeah, we've got massive power and more than enough speed to outrun it. In fact, I think we outrun everything on this team except for... I think we outrun everything on this team except for the Starmobile pretty easily. We might be able to outspeed the Starmobile if we equip our Choice Scarf, but we also might not. That said, I think Choice Scarf might actually be the best option. Okay, really simple strategy here. Hear me out. Go ahead and give the Choice Scarf to North and South. Yeah, if there's anyone who shouldn't be on the team for this fight, it's Sparta. Just really unhelpful stats. But yeah, we give the Choice Scarf to North and South. It opens the battle by Volt switching into against Azumarill. If we don't KO, then we'll want to bring in something else to take the hit, which should be Aqua Tail. Preferably not a physical attacker in case it randomly goes for Charm. Hey, welcome to the stream, Lastborn. How's it going? We finished off the Ice-type gym already, and we're just working on prepping for the Fairy-type base. So yeah, I think just a fast Volt switch for a quick and dirty KO against Azumarill. if we do KO it, then things get a bit tricky. If we don't KO it, then I think the obvious choice is to switch into Bolt Felt, or maybe Devon Corny, but that would just involve you turning back to North and South. Oh, speaking of which, let's give Devon Corny the Eviolite, since that is the obvious item for them to use. Ah, there you are. Okay. So yeah, we probably won't actually be able to outspeed the Starmobile even with, even with the Scarf, come to think of it, just because, I mean, just for reference, we won't even be outspeeding our fast Pokemon like Devon Corny. Or we would be speed tying with Tom and Jerry. And the Starmobile has a significantly higher base speed than them. So actually, I'm thinking the Scarf won't be necessary, so we'll probably just go with Leftovers to keep from getting worn down. I don't think that the chip damage from Rocky Helmet will actually make that much of a difference. Yeah. Oh wait, no, there is one of their Pokemon that we won't outspeed without the Scarf. Hold up. I forgot. Dashbun is actually a good bit faster than us. So there is a reason to have that, because if we wind up bringing in North and South against it, then we're gonna want to outspeed for the one-shot. I do think it's pretty certain that we can one-shot Dashbun. With that said, if we can set things up to where we don't have to take it on with North and South, I would prefer that, just because it's carrying Mud Slap. Not a strong move, but quad effective against our weaker defensive stat, and it would lower our accuracy. All of that is just not pleasant, not helpful. Best to outspeed and pick up the one-shot. I think regardless of what we wind up using against Dashbun, we will... Like, if we wind up using either Bolt and Felts or Chain Chomp against it, which are the most likely options, we'll want to Terrastalize out of our Dark-type weakness. And as far as everything else goes, I wonder if there's anything we can teach Tom and Jerry that would be a bit more effective against Wigglytuff. So let's see if we... I don't think there are any useful moves we can remember. The only strong attacking move, like the only strong stab move we've got is Double Hit, which isn't even that great since it's 90% accuracy, 70 base power. It's not ideal. What about by TMs? I mean, Facade could work, but they don't have anything that spans status, and I don't feel like hunting for a burn outside of battle. Still, it's a better normal, physical normal stab than double hit. So there's that. How did we get 5 Terra Blast TMs? I don't remember getting that many. Anyway, we can go ahead and drop Beat Up into this one. See if we've got any useful utility moves. Yeah, I think that's a decent approach. Okay. Mimi has a pretty decent moveset, except once again, we're going to go ahead and replace Shadow Claw with Will-O-Wisp. Especially because all of this team is physical, including Wigglytuff, which is a bit weird considering Wigglytuff is traditionally a special attacker and much better at special attacking. So yeah. If we can manage to get Dashbun out before Wigglytuff, that makes it a lot easier for North and South to come in. Devin Corney, let's see if we can give you any added options. Acrobatics is actually not a bad option, but I want to keep You know what? We'll give you Nightshade. Oh wait, actually, that might not be necessary. You know what? We'll do it anyway. In a pinch, Devin Corney could potentially fire off a Nightshade, thanks to the boost in bulk that they get from Eviolite. And speaking of boosting bulk, we do actually have another stop to make. Let's go visit Montenevera. Get ourselves some meat. Okay, and yeah, it makes for a better physical attacker, so we'll roll with this. We are a little bit limited in physical ghost moves, but since it becomes invulnerable during one turn of Phantom Force, that isn't really... there isn't really a good negative to it. Yeah. You know, there is one other thing that I kind of want to do. We're gonna crank up some stats on a couple of these Pokemon to the extent that we're able. Give them all a little bit more. We could go for more pills for them, but it's not a big deal. I mainly just wanted to get some IVs on Deaf and Corny, because they are running a bit short. Oh, that was a bit of an overshoot. I guess I probably could have gotten away with just using 4. And if you think that Devin Corny is probably just going to be a bit of a filler Pokemon until it evolves fully at level 60, are you in for a surprise? Because I actually have plans for this little guy. That said, I don't think there's actually too much more that we need to worry about. I think this should be a pretty straightforward battle as long as nothing really crazy happens. And I kinda don't want to spend a bunch of time planning it out more than we have. We've got one Pokemon that pretty much solos anything on the team, so all we need to do is make sure that we don't put more strain on that Pokemon than it's prepared to take. That's it. Oh, I should... I should fiddle with the team order. I think these 3 should do pretty well. Most of... yeah. Yeah. The downside is that we are limited, like, our best Pokemon into the team is by far North and South. We just don't have many other options. I wonder what actually happens if we talk to Clive in the base here. Okay, he just heals our Pokemon. There was a part of me that felt like he might do more. Yeah, you take care of them. You take care of them. Oh, and you take care of the Pokemon that I specifically brought you in here for. Luckily, with coverage in play, we can take advantage of a couple of secondary typing weaknesses, like how Gardevoir and Ralts are vulnerable to... or Gardevoir and Curly are vulnerable. I love how I've hit 32 by the time the buzzer goes. Oh, that's satisfying. Okay, let's do this. Ortega. Yeah, not the worst outfit. Like, overall his outfit's fine. It just really doesn't fit with their kind of punk rock theme. Nor does it really fit with the vibe of a mechanic, because you will never find a mechanic that is not at least partly covered in oil 100% of the time. I would not trust a clean mechanic. I don't want a clean mechanic looking under the hood of my car. Pass it off to the dirty mechanic standing next to him. Anyway, let's do this one opponent at a time. Okay, Azumarill is going to be going for Aqua-Tail, but we should pretty safely one-shot, and even if we don't, we'll be Volt switching out. Okay, we didn't one-shot, that's fine. Especially because by bringing in Bolton Phelps, we can bait in Dash Bun to be the next target. So that's actually pretty helpful. We do have to take a play rough. Okay, now we're baiting Dash Bun, which is carrying Dark-type coverage. We'll Terrastalize to get rid of our Psychic type so that we can take a hit and start recovering. Terrastalize, Slack Off. See, part of what I like about Terrastalizing is just the fact that it's as much a defensive strategy as an offensive one, and in a not overwhelming way. It doesn't just give you extra defenses, it changes the rules. Suddenly, a super effective hit might be neutral or resisted. That right there is what makes it a cool mechanic. It's the mind games that add some really interesting aspects into... It adds some really interesting aspects into competitive Pokemon, especially. Okay. One more slack off to make sure we're at full health to take any potential moves we might have to switch into. Now it's asleep, giving us a safe switch, and even a one-turn sleep shouldn't be an issue because I'm fairly certain we one-shot with Flash Cannon. And also we get to enjoy this Team Star music, which I'll admit, it's a bop. Oh, they went for Baby Doll Eyes. Like, they must have. There's no way they outspeed us when we start, is there? Oh, I'm actually a little bit scared now, because I may have overestimated how fast we would be going. But we're locked into the right move, so we're just gonna roll with this. We're not going to outspeed the Rookba Starmobile, so we do have to roll the dice here. The big thing to worry about, and really the only thing to worry about for North and South, is the amount of confusion possibility, because there's a good chance we take a Confuse right here. No? Why would you go for a quad-resisted move that eliminates your damage buff on a less resisted move? I'm so confused here. Oh, we got the special defense drop. Well, assuming this next one hits, it should KO. Dodge the confusion chance, but even then, without its offense boost from Misty Surge, there really wasn't too much to worry about there. We had any number of Pokemon in the back that could take a hit and help against it. Yeah. Sepia tone flashback. Okay, well, that went well. About as well as we could have hoped, honestly. Okay, come on. Let's get through the lore. I've read it once, there's not really much point in reading it again. Especially since it's pretty much straight on to the next Team Star base from here. Alright. I got some league points. Not many, but whatever. And we learned to make some TMs. I wonder if we learned any useful ones. It really doesn't look like it for the most part. Most of these were TMs that we already knew how to make, and I think the rest are TMs that we can't actually learn. I love how they're implying that she's getting licked, but that thing has no tongue. Like, it very clearly has no tongue whatsoever. I appreciate that Penny is talking about her own mistakes indirectly and how stupid she realizes her plan was. Like, it shouldn't have worked out. Let's just be honest here. In reality, and even in the lore of the game, it shouldn't have worked. Alright, let's heal up, charge our Terra Orb. And then we're actually going to go straight into North Area 1 and 2. So here's the thing. It's a pretty doable base from the raid perspective, but the captain is by far the most dangerous part of it. Okay, and I did at some point off stream get the Glaciato Watchtower warp point. I can't quite remember when. Yeah, this is definitely a pretty intimidating team. The real trick with it will be finding the right time to set up, but I think I have a plan for that. Here's the thing. Devin Corney can learn acrobatics, which, if Devin Corney is not holding an item, will be a 110 base power flying move. And will bait Sucker Punch from the lead Toxicroak. I genuinely think we can probably get through this. Hang on. Can you learn Fling? No, you can't. Oh, well. I genuinely think we can get through this with basically no issues as long as we set up like 6 dragon dances against the lead there. One other thing I want to take care of. I don't suppose you have substitute by level up, do you? No. Okay. Where is our substitute TM? Oh, that is the question. Nothing in the back is carrying priority, so you really shouldn't have to worry about this. Phantom Force will be stronger than Acrobatics against 2 of the opponents, because Lucario has a secondary steel typing, making Acrobatics neutral and therefore a little bit weaker than Stab Phantom Force. And Annihilape is part Ghost, meaning it's just naturally weaker. Okay, we'll do that. I mean, we won't bother with that strategy against the Grunt out in front of the base. A Krogunk and a Primeape really shouldn't be an issue for, say, Chain Chomp. Just really shouldn't be. Also, I just noticed an amusing error in Bulbapedia's setup here. Hold up, let me show you. If we look here... Yeah, yes, this is very bootleg, but just... If we take a look at Krogunk's moveset there, it's got Sludge Bomb marked as a fighting type move instead of a poison type move. Okay, anyway. Yeah. One thing I want to do before we dive into that section, though, I actually do want to see what's available in North Area 1 and 2. Especially from the League representative, because we may want to battle some trainers here. Okay, TM 150 from the League representative. That is Stone Edge. That's actually pretty decent. I think we'll want that. I'm sure that at least something on our team will be able to learn it. Actually, I'm not, but we're gonna roll with that theory. And East Area 2. What does the League official there give? Or, no, not East Area 2. North Area 2. $156. Is that... That's Outrage. Which could potentially come up. Yeah, I think we'll want both of those. When exactly we'll beat the trainers remains to be seen. We'll start with the trainers in East Area 1, or North Area 1. So, oh, and the TMs in North Area 1. We'll want to pick up some of those, I expect. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm looking in North Area too. Fair is fair, not too many of these TMs look like they're actually all that useful. Most of them are stuff we already have somewhere. But, you know, cover our bases. A couple of them further north might be useful. Oh well, anyway. Set that as the destination first. That is where the flamethrower TM is, apparently. Oh my gosh, it's up on that ledge and I can't quite fly there. Oh, hello. Look at moves that we need as we go along. Okay, that should mark that. Let's look for trainers. Backpacker Julio only has a Flareon. What's his move pool? All fire. Yeah, that's an easy win for Bolt Phelps. Looks like he's back here somewhere. There you are. Hi, Julio. We're gonna beat up your Pokemon. Oh my gosh, there's a Dragon Tamer who just has a Noivern with a Yachi Berry. Yeah, actually, all 3 Dragon Tamers have held items on their Pokemon. Not ideal movesets by any means, but would be a bit of a surprise if I went into that blind. I'm pretty sure I just avoided all of them last time around. Looks like there is a Lurantis and a Sarina that would probably be on the relative easy side of things, since they're mainly carrying just grass coverage. Wouldn't be too hard for North and South to deal with. Oh. Real quick. Change held item. Let's get that Rocky helmet back on you. You just, you know, you look good in a hard hat. What can I say? Okay, this person has a crocodile. The next nearest person looks like a crocodile. Yeah. So I think we'll want to keep heading north. What's this crocodile packing? Very standard moveset. Crunch, Sandstorm, Foul Play, Earthquake. Do we have a good matchup into that? Actually, not really. Hold up. I keep forgetting, we've actually got multiple team members, so yes, we do have a good matchup into that. And let's level up Sparta a little bit. Close combat could be nice, but we'll avoid it unless we expect to need the extra power. So I'd rather not take defense drops on our bulky setup sweeper. Sparta's bulk is the main thing that makes it so useful. Ah, there we are. All right. Okay, it has Moxie since it didn't intimidate us right off the bat. I went for Trailblaze because I wasn't sure if we would one-shot with Brick Break, and the speed boost should help us outspeed this turn potentially. It did. See, I like the freedom of some of these less strict challenges, just because it gives me the chance to make judgment calls based on rough estimations, whereas the more strict ones I start feeling like I have to calc things out in order to not ruin the run by a dumb mistake. Okay, let's see. Guillermo the Pokemaniac has 3 Pokemon, probably best to avoid for now. But Victoria the Student has just Sarina. Should be pretty doable for North and South, especially with a held person bear. That means we're heading over about here. I will say, you know what I think is the cruelest thing they did in these new Pokemon games? It's gotta be the, inclusion in, like, the Pokédex or on your trainer card or whatever it is, where it tells you how many... I can't remember exactly where to look this up. I think maybe... Oh, wait, there's the trainer card. If we look up the profile, it tells us how many shiny Pokemon we've seen and how many we've battled. It looks like none on both counts. And maybe it's just how many we've battled. I thought it also included how many we've seen. That right there was a cruel element. But yeah, this trainer with us, Arena, really the only thing I'm worried about is Teeter Dance. I don't really feel like dealing with Confusion again, because we've been playing the odds with Confusion a little bit too much lately. Wow, Speed Tide. All the way up at this level and we're Speed Tide. That's actually really funny. The odds on that are just so long. Okay, and that's that one taken care of. Ah, that's where the person with the Lurantis is. So, let me just double check here. We took on Julio, Yanira, and now Victoria. So we need 3 more to get our reward from the League rep. Which means we're going to have to take on probably at least one of the dragon trainers here. Bolt Phelps. You're going to go ahead and relearn Ice Beam real quick. I appreciate that we can relearn the TMs that have been taught previously without having to craft new ones. Because that would actually get expensive. I don't know, it's just a nice amount of freedom for customizing moveset. And even though this Noivern is high level and relatively strong, it's got a purely physical moveset. And Noivern isn't really a physical attacker, it's only got 70 base attack. And we are very physically bulky. So yeah, I am pretty confident that Bolt Phelps can take this thing. We'll start off with a slack off just to be on the safe side. Just to make sure that we can actually take hits from it. It's going to be going for Dragon Claw right off the bat. And even if this doesn't work out that well, we can switch, since we're baiting Dragon Claw, we can switch into Mimi to take a hit. Okay, yeah, piece of cake. It's carrying a Yachi Berry, so it'll probably take 1 Ice Beam pretty well. And by that I mean it won't be a kill. Otherwise that would have been an easy one-shot. And actually, I just realized the Dragalge next to another tower is completely free for Mimi to take on. So yeah, even after taking a crit, we were still above half health. Let's see, which of these guys has the Dragalge? Okay, it's that one, and there's a TM on that island. Nice. Oh, or maybe the TM was over here. Nope, that's just Acid Spray. Wonder why that isn't marked on. Oh wait, yes it is. Hold up. Oh, it's that island. Okay, I almost started a fight with the wrong trainer. But yeah, Mimi is completely free. This lady's Dragalge literally can't touch it, since it's only carrying Hyper Beam and Dragon Pulse. And we are immune to both. So we'll set up a couple of sword stances, and then probably just Shadow Claw? Or Play Rough, I can't actually remember which we're carrying. We want to minimize the number of times we hit this thing, because it does probably have Poison Point. There's a 50-50 chance anyway. I wonder if it'll use Hyper Beam into us, because it's only got 2 moves that we're immune to. Huh, so that didn't use the normal gem because we were immune to it. That's an interesting interaction. I'm kinda sad that... Yeah, success. I'm kinda sad that they didn't keep gems around after Generation 5, because I honestly think they were pretty decent items. They were very popular and they were very useful, but I don't think they were over-centralizing in the way that a lot of other stuff that has been justifiably removed is. Oh my gosh, look how close some of those guys are. I actually want to look that up. I want to look in... There. Mimi is 1 XP away from it. That's hilarious. Literally 1 XP off of the level. I don't think I've ever seen that, except at maybe extremely low levels. Oh, that's really funny. Okay. Goodra, Dragon Tail, and Aqua Tail. We probably won't bother with that one just because it does have a few levels on us. And we can go and take on the student with Lurantis. So, Naya with her Lurantis looks like she is all the way down there. Dang. Like right here. We're definitely gonna hop on. We're definitely gonna head back up to the watchtower to glide down there. Yeah, Mimi is great. Genuinely one of the best Pokemon on our team. Really cool typing, really fun utility options as well. And a unique ability that has some great uses in a casual playthrough. Alright, where are you at? There you are. We don't have to worry about confusion this time, so it's back to Rocky Helmet. Honestly, I should clear out some of these items that we're never going to use. Maybe. Except I feel like just about all of them have the potential to get used at some point, except for the various evolutionary items that don't apply. So anyway, yeah, I'm here to beat up your Pokemon. We get access to very few Pokemon for this run, but we do get access to some really good ones. Though I'm still sad about the unnecessary deaths that we've already had. I think there's a pretty decent chance that we could take on the last place. And you want to learn... Oh, light screen? Nah. Not as a default move. says my Pokemon, plural, are ridiculously strong. She only saw one of them. Like, it's pretty true my Pokemon are strong, but I feel like her, you know, her data set is a bit lacking. There's Stonehenge. Okay, now for the tricky one. I think we'll actually just wind up walking. Well, not walking, but like... Ooh, except you know what? I think it would be a little bit faster to cut through there. Let's go and get that warp point in North Area 2. It is kind of crazy to think that this late in the game we're still entering new areas. Now, a lot of North Area 2 is blocked off until we beat Dupes Squad, or the last Titan, which is at a higher level cap, so we'll be saving that one. 5 trainers to get the prize. Yeah, so I don't even think that we have access to 5 whole trainers in this area. There's Ali the student, Anna Maria the student, Blanca the artist, and Lola the cook. Those are all of the trainers in this area that we actually have access to. Even if we beat all of them, we couldn't get the prize before finishing up. Okay. North Area 2. Now, I keep hitting East Area 2 when I mean to hit North Area 2. So yeah, we'll beat a couple of the opponents in this area since we might as well. There's no real reason not to. Here's something fun we can do before going on. There's about one more move that I've been considering teaching Bolt Phelps that we haven't actually done. Apart from utility moves. There's one more offensive move. And that offensive move is one of our few forms of grass coverage. It's Grass Knot. We could also do something similar by teaching Mimi Woodhammer again. I think this could be fun. One of the people here is artist Blanca. It was right over this way. At this point, I'm just flying to avoid accidentally walking into a random trainer. But yeah, she's got Bruxish, which is a water psychic type, so Bolt Felps pretty much hard walls that. And then a Florget, which we can bring North-South in against. Oh my gosh, that thing. I mean, fair on Pokemon for actually introducing a fish that was about as horrifying as the creatures that lurk in the depths of the ocean are. For different reasons, but still. So yeah, their strongest attack is Water-type Double Edge, which does very little. Look at the little Ursaring. Look at the Ursaring surrounded by all of the little teddy Ursa back there. That's so cute. So yeah, anyway. This Grass Knot should finish off. Oh, I guess that bit of chip damage from Wave Crash actually mattered a fair bit. You know what? I'm going to bet on it using Wave Crash again. Based on how much damage that did, it probably has Strong Jaw. And we bring in North-South on what is most likely a Moonblast. Should take that pretty easily. Oh, no, it just set up grassy terrain, which will basically just heal us. This thing has a pretty garbage moveset. Well, for this battle. Florget actually has a somewhat decent utility moveset, and I mean, Fairy-type Stab is pretty decent if you're just carrying one offensive move. But at this particular moment, pretty garbage moveset. Lola has an Arbivola. We'll go ahead and give Sparta the Assault Vest. Oh, where is it? There you are. And which one is Cook Lola? Lola the Cook. Okay. Farther back this way. So I think we're going to keep this nice and simple. The only thing you really have to worry about is strong special attacks from this thing, so... We got a Bamboo Shoot. If we just Terrastalize into Brick Break, I'm not super worried here. The only thing is, I want to terastalize to finish it in one shot, because otherwise it's going to... I actually really like the Smoliv line. But yeah, you want to finish it in one shot because it can have an ability that sets up grassy terrain, which would boost the power of its grass moves. And I really don't want to take boosted special grass moves. I don't have great switch-ins to grass. I know that's an incredibly strange issue to have, but yeah, we just don't have a great matchup into grass types at this stage of the game, because we lost our grass fire type. Yeah, so its Seed Sower ability meant that it sparked terrain as soon as it took a hit. Hello. For a second there, I was like, is one of my Pokemon about to evolve? Because you're zooming in on something. Usually that happens when you're about to evolve. Okay, we'll go and heal up, recharge the Terra Orb. Looks like Ali the student could potentially be pretty doable. Yeah. We'll lead north-south. And north and south, congratulations, you get to know a different move. You get to remember how to use Tri-Attack. So I just don't want to deal with all of the random paralysis chance against this thing. That's it. That's the entire reason I'm doing that. So I can use my electric type into this next matchup. So yeah, I believe this next person is somewhere over this direction. We can snag a couple of items off the ground as we pass. Aw, look at the mama bear with the baby bears. It's so cute. Alright, hang on. Where exactly is this guy? Because apparently I don't know. Ah. Other end of the pond, somewhere. Should be somewhere around here. Where is this person? Yeah, we should practically be standing on top of him. Should be right here. There you are. That mark is off. I'm needlessly annoyed by this. So yeah, it will fire off some sucker punches. I think we're baiting that technically, since it's the most effective attack it has. Though Electromorphosis might convince it to use other moves like Zap Cannon. Even then, we should be fine with Zap Cannon. It's got 50% accuracy. And you can't be paralyzed. Okay, yeah. We just went ahead and used electric terrain. It should be good. Especially since we had Assault Vest on there, we had that extra protection against being, you know, slaughtered by a big hit. Okay. We just got access to Population Bomb. It's a move that hits 1 to 10 times, anywhere in there. With 20 base power apiece, meaning at maximum it's 200, at minimum it's 20. And there is like, on average, I think it's like 110. We could potentially make use of this, especially with like dice, loaded dice, but I don't think I'll worry about it for now, especially since Mousehold has mostly just been around lately for utility. It's a bit better option. Last student in this area before we run out of people to beat up has a Gengar and a Bronzong. Oh, you know who would be good into that? Mimi? Time for you to remember Shadow Claw. Actually, you know what? Phantom Force. Drop Play Rough. And you can carry, I'm thinking Expert Belt. Got that extra bit of oomph. This last trainer is over in the general direction of Rookbah Squad. I appreciate that they barely even bother like putting the TMs in special places anymore. Oh my gosh. Really? I'm 6 steps away from the person that I'm here to battle. Master Harvey Dent. Alright, Clive. Anyway, why the heck did it warp me over here? I don't even know where exactly I... Ah, there you are. Yeah, Mimi shouldn't have any issue bringing down the Gengar. I feel like we have a small chance to outspeed here. Gengar is very fast, but Mimi is pretty fast and has some investment. Anyway, Phantom Force. Oh, we won't outspeed if it goes for priority. Now that said, we will want to switch here because the Bronzong in the back is carrying steel coverage, and we do not want to deal with that. Obviously, we are still playing on set mode. Of the random Pokemon just meandering through our battle. So yeah, we're probably expecting a heavy slam. Oh, I actually really should have gone into North and South. Whatever. Either one of these two can beat this thing pretty easily. It'll take us a minute to bring this thing down. Might as well put it to sleep in the process. The fact that we're getting outsped by a Bronzong. There's just a certain level of ridiculous to it. Like a really special level of ridiculous. I mean, our name is literally Slowbro, so I can't really question it, but I can still find it amusing. And that is how you win a fight without the high ground. Anakin, take notes. Aw, look at us. If I had one thing that I kind of regret about this run, it's that we don't have more living Paldean Pokemon. So we only get 3, and I mean, 2 of them are still alive. I guess we get 4. We've still got 1 encounter in the run. We only get 4. 1 of them we haven't caught, 2 of them are still alive, but the fact that we've kind of retired Showerhead for a life of luxury in the box is a bit sad when you think about it. Who knows? Maybe she'll see a return to the fray at some point. With that said, let's look at our team for going into the matchup against oh jeez. Against Team Star. Against Calf Squad, who never skip leg day. Yeah, so Chain Chomp. We're carrying psychic coverage, good. Yeah, this is going to be pretty straightforward. And you are carrying a citrus berry. Oh. It's a wild Sparta. Oh, crap. I just realized that thing could have used First Impression, which might have killed if it crit, so, It can't now, but I'm still not going to bother battling it. I'm just gonna pull out a Pokédoll. Luckily, no retreat doesn't trap me in, it just traps them in. Yeah, okay. Really simple plan here. We're just going to set up a couple of agilities so that we can outspeed the Primate. I really do feel like the face makeup is just a little bit disturbing on her. And the rest of the outfit is just weird. Still not the worst in Team Star, but weird. Alright. I'll start setting up agilities. I'll probably go for 2. That seems like the safe option. And of course it goes for Toxic. Luckily, I shouldn't have to take a hit from Primate. However, the 2 agilities might actually be necessary because we're pretty slow and Primate is generally a pretty fast Pokemon. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna double down. This might seem like overkill, but we're going for the nasty plot as well. Oh, and they got greedy. If they had gone for a Poison Jab or a Sludge Bomb there... Oh, sorry about that. If they had gone for a Poison Jab or a Sludge Bomb there, we could have potentially wound up in a tricky situation, but as it is, we have now won. There's no chance that we don't outspeed and one-shot the Primate. And our Citrus Berry will put us back into a nicer health range. Even if we didn't have Chain Chomp here, this thing wouldn't be any trouble because it's pretty hard walled by Mimi. Alright. And with all of that, all that's left is the Calf Squad Starmobile. to the Pokemon Center real quick, just to heal on up. And then we'll be able to take on the fighting squad. Well, we'll want to organize our items and moveset and all that. But I really don't think there's actually any potential chance where we don't win this with the current plan. I think it's completely safe. Okay, so Devin Corney, you can have a citrus berry. And we're gonna go ahead and level everyone up to 55. Oh, and Chain Chomp, you can also have another citrus berry. Up to level 56, I mean. No, sorry, Sparta, but I don't think the Mega Horn is going to be the best move, considering it's so unreliable. I'll try and get more large candies before this weekend to make leveling a bit easier. For the last bit of the game. Oh, that went a lot farther than I expected. As did that. Dang. I keep leveling farther than I expect. Anyway. Yeah, it's whatever. Devin Corney, what moveset do you have? Okay, Acrobatics, Phantom Force, Substitute, Dragon Dance. Exactly what I wanted. So if I know Pokemon AI at all, since Toxicroak has Sucker Punch, it has Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, and Brick Break. Those are all three of its moves. Sucker Punch is the super effective, whereas the other two are resisted, meaning Sucker Punch should do a lot more damage. It should start by just going for Sucker Punch. We set up a substitute and then start setting up Dragon Dances. Eventually, it will run out of Sucker Punches and start going for Poison Jab since we're immune to Brick Break. But I'm assuming that our Sucker Punch can, or that our substitute can take enough of a beating that we can get to +6. And we should only use substitute twice. I do want to check one thing. So we're going to fly somewhere else and get into a battle here briefly. I just want to make sure that substitute will take us down below half after 2 uses. So I need to check how much substitute is taking. If it's not the right amount, we'll have to adjust Dev and Corny's HP stat. So, substitute takes us from 158 to 119. Too lazy to do that math in my head. So that's 39 hit points a sub. Okay, that won't quite get us low enough. I think if we go up to Montenevera, though, we can get some HP ups from the store. Which should clean up our HP EVs, hopefully round us up a little bit. Okay, HP up. Let's grab 2. If we get our HP up by 2 points, that should do it. The substitute takes a quarter of our health. So as long as our HP is divisible by 4, we're guaranteed to sub down to half health after 2 subs, which will trigger our citrus berry, boosting the damage of acrobatics. So now all we need in the rest of the team is backup plans. And I've already got one in mind in case things don't work out as well as I expect against the Starmobile. Which is, we're going to go ahead and give a choice scarf to North and South. Though that might not actually be that useful. It's just for fast pivoting. That's... Actually, you know what? No, better idea. Give the air balloon to North and South. And Chain Chomp, or no, not held item. Chain Chomp can go ahead and learn Baton Pass. Hyper Voice won't be that useful into this matchup, so. Which means we could potentially pass stuff, but more importantly, that's a nice slow baton pass to get someone in safely if we need to. Mimi. You get your wide lens back. I feel like it's just become a fact that Mimi wears glasses at this point. Like, Mimi has a monocle. She doesn't have the best vision. So she wears a monocle. Yeah, got all of that covered. Oh, if we really wind up in a desperate situation against an Ape, we actually have one really fun option. We technically have the ability to stall it out of its Rage Fist and close combat. We've got leftovers on Bolt Phelps. Let's go ahead and add Psychic in there in place of Surf. And we'll replace Grass Knot with some extra utility move. I don't think we'll have time to set up Calm Mind, but we could use, like, Disable. And... you know what? If we wind up in a really desperate situation, no retreat, Phalanx could actually turn things around for us in a big way. That said, you also get a leftovers. Even though I kind of doubt that you'll wind up using it. But with all of that said, genuinely, none of this should matter. This should be the Devin Corney show. And once again, we are invading the Team Star base at night. I swear I don't do this on purpose, but it is a tad cinematic. I do appreciate that this is their last base, and it's easily the most well-defended one. Like, it's the best located one from a military perspective. We can probably actually outspeed that thing. I doubt we needed to do that to get away, but whatever. Oh, hold up. One more thing I want to do. Let's go ahead and drop Tri-Attack for Magnet Rise again. It's just better for this. Oh, and I have to pick the first three in my party. Hang on. Even though Bolton Phelps has a good matchup, it is slow, which would factor into the auto battle calculations. It's not... Chain Chomp isn't as slow, so we'll go ahead and roll with this. Alright, it's the last raid. Why are so many of these toxic rogues? There's one for me. Why do you keep charging me? There you go. Jeez. These guys have a bit of an annoying spread, and I can't ride my Pokemon. But yeah, the Toxic Croaks are a bit of an issue because Mimi actually has a pretty bad matchup into them. Why is this so spread out? This is actually so weird. I don't think I had this much of an issue because I just had a really good matchup into fighting types in my last run. Yeah, I'm not going to send Devin Corney against Acrobominable. Oh, hello. Hey, Heracross. Got the score to 31. 32. I just heard a second one. I feel like they definitely could have made the number higher. Like, the actual raids against the team are pretty easy. I like the auto battle mechanic. But I feel like they could have ramped up the number of enemies that you had to beat as time went on. So anyway, here we are. Time to take on Aerie of Calf Squad. Aerie, who makes sure that Team Star never skips leg day. That's why she's in Calf Squad. I feel like I'm over-explaining that joke. Okay, and it has anticipation. Anyway, substitute. So yeah, based on all of my understanding of Pokemon AI, this thing should spam Sucker Punch until it runs out. Which should get us all the way to +4 attack and +4 speed. We are going to try and get to +6 in both, but that'll depend on how many poison jabs our substitutes can take. Toxicroak is genuinely such a cool Pokemon. Like, the teeth are weird, but the overall stance and its claws, especially. Okay, so this should be its last Sucker Punch. So next turn it's gonna go for Poison Jab, and we'll get off our 5th Dragon Dance. Okay, our sub took damage. Oh, and it faded. We cannot take multiple hits with our subs. Okay, well, we'll set up one more substitute. I'm gonna see if we can get a substitute up intact against Passimian whenever it comes out. Because I'd like to have one against the Starmobile. Phantom Force. We're still at +5. And none of the remaining Pokemon are especially bulky other than the Starmobile, so... we've got a pretty good scenario here. And here's her ace, Annihilate. But at +5 speed, we're going to outspeed it. Go ahead and use Phantom Force. Rage Fist into nothing. It would be so depressing if Rage Fist had like a random mechanic where it could hit invulnerable Pokemon. Luckily, I do know what Rage Fist does, but yeah. Okay, so this thing's best move against us is Rock Tomb. I'm going to hope that our substitute can take one Rock Tomb. Because I'd really like to have an intact substitute. Dang it! Okay, that's annoying. So I don't know if I want to bet everything on us one-shotting this. Luckily, if nothing else, I know what move it's going for. It's going for Spin Out. It's the strongest move into us. So we're gonna pivot out. I really thought that we were gonna be able to take a Poison Jab from Toxic Rogue. So drop its speed by a couple of stages as well. We should honestly have a pretty good chance of finishing it off with Bolt Phelps at this point. We'll start by hitting Disable. Oh, I can't disable Starmobiles, I forgot. That doesn't mean they're immune to sleep. And we have a lot of bulk going for us here. What? Okay, anyway, it's going for high horsepower. So we can actually get Devin Corny in. Hold up, I've got a plan here. I know this just baits combat trick. Don't worry. I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh, it goes for shift here though. That's weird. But yeah, we bait combat torque right now. Mimi, you're in. Should be a safe switch. Why are you just spamming shift gear? You know what? You're about to get burned. You know what? You're starting to annoy me a lot. So apparently the Starmobiles are just kind of immune to status, and I somehow didn't know this. I don't understand what this thing is doing anymore, but if I hit the next 2 play roughs, I guarantee you that's enough to finish it off. And the fact that it went for a... Oh, I don't even need to risk the miss. Shadow Sneak for the win. I am so confused as to what the AI was doing in that battle. Like, that was so greedy. I'm a Gen 3 kid. I've battled Winona more times than I can even figure out. And I have never seen an AI that greedy for seemingly no reason. Okay. Okay, bye. And Does she have an arm tat? A Team Star arm tattoo? I mean, it might just be paint, but it sure looks like a tat. Alright, without its boss, the calf squad should be a hair's breadth from disbanding. Yeah, they have to make Clive the actual, the supply rep this time, because otherwise the whole reveal of Penny being Cassiopeia wouldn't work. Hey, where's the big boss? In the schoolyard after dark. However, that's a few level caps away. Alright, that is the fairy and the fighting star bases both down. And also we have access to the rest of North Province too. North 2. So, we're getting pretty late here. We won't go on much longer, but I do think we'll go ahead and find someone else to battle real quick. To round off. Dang! There's actually a real shortage of trainers in this province. So it looks like there are only 2 left. Unless Team Star counts, and I'm pretty sure I've already checked that, and they don't. The easier one definitely looks like this black belt, but... Let's see, does battling the Team Star grunt count? No, there are literally only 2 other trainers in this area. Alexia the Model, who has a team of 4 level 56 Pokemon that are pretty varied. Dang! Salazzle, Gothitelle, Frostmoth, and Serena. That's actually a pretty powerful group. I think we'll go and track down Fernando the Black Belt, who has a team of all fighting types. Should be pretty doable. Hang on. Chain Chomp, you're gonna go up front real quick. And we're gonna change your item to a Pechaberry. We do need to be ready for the Gallade in the back. So Davin Corny, you can have a Person Berry. That'll ensure you safe setup against the Tauros that comes out in the middle. We should definitely come out before the Gallade, since we're leading in with Chain Chomp. I appreciate that Devin Corney now actually have 2 heads. It did feel a little bit weird referring to a single Dreepy as 2 names. Okay, hi. How's it going? What y'all up to? Y'all realize that I disbanded this base, right? Like, I already finished this whole thing. Even if you want to still be a part of Team Stars, since I can't order you not to. Like, I can't order you not to be part of Team Star, but I can sure as heck order you to clear out of CAF base since I am in charge here now. Oh, dang. That's a weird placement. We're gonna clear through the rest of this base first. Pretty sure there's at least 1 TM lying around somewhere. You know, it would be a bit of a funny meme run. It wouldn't be even remotely difficult, I expect, but a run where you, like, it would have to be on, like, an emulator so that you could insert a Pokemon, but a run where you only use your ride, so you, like, use PK Hex or something, to insert a Pokemon, to insert a Koraidon or Miraidon into your game and just solo it with that. Again, not challenging in the slightest, because those two are absolutely insane. And I don't know if they have the same struggle that a lot of other legendary Pokemon do with poor level up movesets. So they might even be usable for the word go, especially with the move relearner. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, we're gonna set up a quick agility. Even if we get poisoned here, our Pecha Berry will recover it. And once we've got that set up, we can easily outspeed and one-shot... Oh crap, I thought I had Psyshock on my moveset. Okay, luckily they're getting greedy and going for Nasty Plot. I don't know why I replaced Psyshock instead of Hyper Voice. I honestly thought I had Psyshock on this entire time, and that's kind of frightening. That could have really screwed me up. And now Tauros only has 2 moves here, and that is Raging Bull, which is a normal type move that might turn into a fighting type move for this Tauros, and Thrash, again, normal type move. You don't have a chance of having, like, Scrappy, do you? Intimidate, Anger Point, Intimidate, Anger Point. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so we're totally safe to switch into a Ghost type. Get hit by a Swagger, which will be cured by our Person Berry. And we got that nice +2 speed from... We're gonna go ahead and set up a substitute to avoid future Swaggers, because I really don't feel like getting confused. Do we still get the attack boost? No. Oh well. But yeah. Now we'll set up a couple of Dragon Dances just to be on the safe side with Delayed in the back. That right there. That is a dragon. So yeah, after this Dragon Dance, we'll be at +3 attack. We've got a fully powered Acrobatics. We're basically using Devon Corny as a pseudo-flying type because we don't have one until after we've beaten the last Nemona fight. Until we enter Area 0, we don't get access to a flying type. With that said, let's talk about what's coming up still. Our only remaining level cap is the False Dragon Titan, which is at level 57. Honestly, this battle might actually push our team to that point. Yeah, so the False Dragon Titan is at level 57. And I don't think that should be too problematic, because we have a strong... We bypass Protect with Phantom Force, don't we? I think we do. Yes, we do. Oh, that's helpful. Even if we hadn't, we could have just gone for Acrobatics. Phantom Force was just a bit of a style move, if you will. But yeah, we've got a strong electric type that can ooh a lot into the False Dragon Titan, and we have Bolt Phelps, who can do a lot to it with Grass Knot. That'll be very effective because, well, Dondozo is very chonky. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it tonight. Let's go pick up our prize from this area. We had to beat almost everyone here. But we got Outrage, which could actually come in handy because we are a little bit short on Dragon-type attacking moves for Devin Corney. Let's heal up the team. And that'll be just about it. And because I like to be cinematic with this, we'll finish off today's stream on top of the tower by Lake Casaroya. Casaroya Lake. Same diff. And look, there's a Tatsugiri. It's so cute. I wish Tatsugiri was a little bit more viable, because I do love its design. Anyway, that's going to be about it. We'll be back on Friday. Or is today Monday or Tuesday? Today is Monday. I kept thinking today is Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to do at least a little bit of raid den grinding in between now and then to pick up some extra experience, but yeah. Just like that. We're gonna call it there. We made some good progress today. That was 3 more badges, and we're practically at the post game. Or the end game. So I hope to see y'all next time. Thanks to those who chatted and supported. And glad you could make it. See you later.